Hello everyone and welcome to another live stream. I am not Magic Raven, but I am Marcel and we'll be doing another live stream today. Which is nice, isn't it? I hope you think it's nice, otherwise you're at the wrong address. How you all doing? What does Magic Raven come from, Kangi? Like, and is the reference I'm supposed to get, or is it just something random you came up with? I don't know. But welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well. I saw a few people talking about daylight savings. And the thing is, I am, you know, in the Netherlands we change in about 1.5 weeks from now. Which means that it'll be all screwed up for you again. I mean, you can already give suggestions, but I can't do all of them anyway, because you'll give more suggestions than I have time to do. You'll give them at a higher rate than I do them, so, like Heartline Twister cards for me. Thank you very much, by the way, for the 510 bits, Aqua Reaper. I can do a Heartline Twister, I'm sure many people will want that. But like building that already takes like 5 or 10 minutes depending on how complicated it is. And if you give in the meantime give 3 more suggestions, well, then they'll just pile up and never get done, so ultimately I'll skip a whole bunch of them. Basically, the point is that we're gonna have some fun tonight with some of your ideas, and nothing is off limits. Well, you know, apart from rude stuff, but like cheats, everything. If you want a mini golf with 2 barrel rolls, just ask and I'll see what I can do, if I have time for it, you know? And like I said, undoubtedly I'll get more than I can do, so I'll pick the ones that are the most fun for me. So, let's get started. And we're gonna do this in Build Your Own Six Flags Park, which is kind of the standard. And let's get some music going. I always like to build a merry-go-round on this side. So, da-da-da-da! There it is. Good old merry-go-round. Let's make this as cursed as possible. Well, that's on you guys to do. Ah, thank you for the 5 months, more Cowbell 72. Morning from all the shaky isles. Wait, shaky isles? Morning. Are you from like Hawaii? Or something like that. New Zealand, close enough. Do we have a drowning lake? Well, yeah. It's a big one this time. So I'll start with the Heartline coaster. We'll start a little bit simple. Do we have the Heartline coaster available? Let's enable some cheats already. No breakdowns. That one. That one. That one. That one. Disable vehicle limits I'll do when I need it. Because that one can be a bit annoying sometimes. Oh, and I want some money. There we go. 859,000 should be enough for a while. Oh, and let's get some guests. Let's start with a Heartline coaster, which we don't have. So, oops, wrong thing. So there you go, I haven't even started building the first thing and I already have like 10 different suggestions. So, while I'm building a thing, you can give suggestions, but I wouldn't, because I'm most likely not going to do it anyway. So there we go. Let's start with just a normal Heartline coaster. The first guy with the blue shirt. Oh, I see one. Hang on. I have you. Yes, yes, you. You, yeah, you will die. You will die. Goodbye. You will die. Die, die, die. You joined Twitch just for this. Well, welcome. Also, welcome Wesley Den Brock. Alright. Let's start with the Heartline. What do you have against the color blue? I have nothing against the color blue. It was just a coincidence. Did I vote today? I did. I won't say on what party though. That's what someone with a grudge against blue would say. Really? It was just the first color that came to your mind. Is it because of the color of your name? Do you secretly dislike yourself? Do you secretly want to drown? Do you have a drowning fetish? That kind of came out of nowhere. Alright, this is... Oh, he's orange in your chat. Oh, he's blue in mine. This is already sort of a cursed Heartline. Because it makes no sense. You have a drop and you immediately go up via 2 transfers. But that's what's great about this, isn't it? Now you have a very slow heartline roll. That seems like a confirmation. Yeah, but you know what the problem is with... You know, whenever you say to someone like... Are you a person that likes this weird thing? Or is like this weird thing? Either they say yes... Or... if it's a ridiculous thing, they'll say no... And get angry or a bit like... Why would you say that? Like, that makes no sense. And then the answer is always... That's what someone... who tries to hide it would say. It's like, I can accuse you of killing someone, and then either you say, yes I did, which is vastly unlikely, or you say, well, why? Why would you say that? And I'm like, well, you just shot into ultra defense mode. That's what someone who is guilty would do. And then, like, there's no winning there, which doesn't really make sense. Alright, we got some more music. Techno style, and we got a heartline. Put the toilet at the very back of the park. That's a good idea. That's a quick one as well. But if you say no comment, it's the same as saying yes. I mean, people can't just not be bothered to talk about it. There we go. We'll have a toilet there. Obviously, there will be a path leading to it as well. I'll keep the water clear for now. Oh, hang on. Let me enable my auto clicker for a little bit of faster building. There we go. Put the toilet at the top of a tower. That's not a bad idea as well. Oh, I need to disable support limits for that. There we go. Well, I mean, if I didn't disable support limits, the tower would still be possible, but it would not be very tall now, would it? Okay. Okay, we can go taller than that. Yep. Okay, that's the tallest we can go. Okay, now I'm gonna build... Can I actually build off of that? I don't think I can. Hang on, can I just build up to that? Let's see. Let's go like that. Oh, no. Alright, I'll go the other way then. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm higher than the toilet now, so this is fine. I'm still higher than... Oh, I'm much higher than the toilet. Alright, this is good. This is roughly the height of the toilet. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I'll delete the rest of the path. And then I'll build a new path going down. Alright. And then we'll go back and forth like that to... like, not annoy the rest of the park too much. Like that. Now, you know what, we'll keep it... No, one more. There. And then... There we go. Now we don't annoy, like... When we don't ruin the view of the rest of the park. Alright. There is our toilets 1. For the hoge note. Nice. When the need is high. Call it the poop tower. Alright. The poop tower. Okay, so we're 10 minutes into the stream and we already have a poop joke. It's going very well, this, is it? I wonder if anyone's ever pooped at the summit of Everest. Well, maybe not on it, but probably pretty close to it at least. And it's got a few stalls going. Because, you know, we want a cursed park, but we also want a working park. That, you know, actually gets guests and keeps guests around and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get a few stalls. Oh, no, not another one of those. No, we don't need a toilet here. Because we already have a toilet in the park and one's enough. And a burger bar. All the standard stuff. There we go. Can you name a guest? Marcel Vos. Sure. Marcel Vos. Name a guest. God. Well, all these guests that are walking that way are about to climb the tower of toilet. Now drown him. Wait, myself? Do I need to drown myself? Sure, I have a drowning fetish. So that's fine. There we go. I'm dead now. And that's the best quote of all. That might be the best quote so far out of all 323. Someone said make a gentle ride tower. I'll make a merry-go tower. That one. And that one. You know what, we can make this a rainbow merry-go tower. Wouldn't that be cool? Like that. And like that. Alright, first I'm going to do all the pots and stuff. And we'll do it in a nice, orderly fashion. So we'll do it like that. And then we'll just build up. And then we'll do the queue lines next to it. Spiral around. No, that's way too ugly. Like, that takes up a lot of space. It's very big. I think we can use that space in a better way. By the way, my idea is still cursed. And still probably leads to a lot of guests getting lost. Because that's gonna be my queue lines. So I wonder how well they're gonna find them all. Pride Tower. You could call it that. And let's see, we'll also do it for this one. There we go. Now let's give them the right colors. Lovely music, isn't it? Now Zero Clearance built an observation tower through the merry-go-rounds. That looks ugly. I've done that before, I think. I think I built it through a circus? And the last one? Oh, they're not opened. I thought I had opened them all already. Hang on. Guest was acting weird. Oh my god, that's a cacophony. We don't need control failure for a nice cacophony here. Oh my goodness. This is horrible. First time I've been able to catch a stream in so very long on YouTube. Oh, welcome, NOX6. Control failure, all of them. I mean, to make the live stream a bit more bearable, because it has to be fun to listen to. And audio is a lot more important than video. I'm gonna turn them all off except one. And you might not agree with that. You might think it's funny to have them all control failure and all over each other. But promise me, when you want to listen it back, or watch it back, or just the entirety, you know, the couple of next 2-3 hours of the stream, it would get on your nerves. I can promise you. I mean, it already got on my nerves after 2 minutes. So, this is a good idea. Yeah, stuff like that is funny for about 5 minutes. You're talking to the person who played on Salmon Pink theming for like a year. Yeah, but this time I can just say no. Speaking of, hang on, I need to... There we go. Before Slime actually uses it, I disabled color a ride of your choice. Hang on, is Slime here actually? I didn't... Yeah, he is, obviously. Now, is he? No, he isn't. But before he comes in and tries to use it, I've turned on color ride of your choice in this one. Build an extremely long wild mouse coaster. Ooh, we can have some fun with that. Name a ride of your choice. Yes, that one's still enabled. No, I don't think Slime is here. Oh, we don't have the wild mouse coaster. Let's change that. Now we're sorting algorithm noises. Name a ride of your choice. Name the heartline twister toxic waste. Alright. Toxic waste. Alright, now what I'm gonna do with the wild mouse is this. We're gonna start it here, so we're gonna, build some path around there. We're gonna start it against the park border. And we're gonna do long station. Oh, won't be any longer than that. And then you're just gonna go like that. And like that. That'll be a very long wild mouse. And a very boring one. Yep. And yep. Whoop. Whoop. Yep. If you add multiple stations, it can replace the train transport ride. Not really. It's gonna be excruciatingly slow. Trust me, you don't want to transport in this thing. It's gonna be gonna take a while. Oh, hang on. We can remove all the supports on the path. Oh, it's actually going in between them. Oh, that's cool. Well, then we don't need that actually. We'll just do it here for a bit simpler building. There we go. Oh, we need a hill. There we go. First hill. Does this work? Will the train stop? No, the trains won't stop, but they'll go very slowly. So it'll take basically forever. Well, they'll continue. They'll finish a lap before the end of the stream. It's not that slow. It's not like it'll take 5 hours to complete a lap like this. But it'll take a while. Well, I say 5 hours. Nah, probably not. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 thoughts. It's a fine game. Like, nothing wrong with it. But it's not amazing either. And almost there. Oh. Oops. Like that. You know, we can hug the wall for a bit. And like that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Ooh, now we need to go. You know what? We can go under this. Like, come on. Bam! We'll go downsies. Isn't that epic? And then we'll go upsies again. Alright. There are 2 points where we gain speed again. Although one is very close to the station, so it doesn't do that much. Oh, of course. Alright, we'll make it a very long walk on the station as well. You know what, we'll make the station a bit longer still. A very long walk on the station to get to the front. Also, well, hang on. We'll do wait for full load. Then we'll do that. Open. And then... Ta-da! That is the entry to hell. Thank you for the follow. Mike Hayes. Go like that. And that's connected now. What's a full load of that? Like 60 guests. There's 2 guests per car. 25 cars, so there's 50 guests. Name it Mr. Bones Wild Ride. That checks out. Mr. Mouse's Wild Ride. That's better. Mr. Mouse's Wild Ride. You know what? I'll capitalize the R as well. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Mr. Mice Wild Ride. What amazing throughput. Yeah, probably like 1 per hour on average. How about the classic mini coaster? Just the classic mini coaster? Or with a twist? And that's the station. But with a ladybug train. But how's that different from a junior coaster? Mini coaster with a looping. Now that's better. That's more like it. We can do that. We'll go like that then. And then like that. And then we'll edit in a little looping. I think... Yeah. I think I like a looping like this. We need to delete that. Come on with that. And then like that. Looping. No, not like that. Then. Alright, let's first. Let's do 0 clearance. Yeah, that'll be fine. Then we'll go like that. Now that's fixed. I think the hill might have to be higher. Nah, it's fine. I'll do like that and I'll build that into it. Alright, that's the first looping. Well, first looping, probably only one. Alright, someone said twist as well. What we can do, maybe that'll be fun, is do a twist through the loop. You know, if we go like that, if we then take a limb coaster and make it go like that, and then we'll do the twisty. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Then we just need to get this back there. How is that possible? Well, it's actually the weird way that Roller Coaster Tycoon works. If you build tracks into each other, which usually isn't possible, but if you disable collision boxes, then you can build the track into each other like that. And then it behaves like that. You know, I'll show you what I mean. If I switch this to a ladybug train. Oh my god, there it is. Ladybug train. 13 cars. Since when's the limit that high? I don't have cheats on for train length at the moment. Alright, we need to do the blue testing. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's intersecting with the loop. No, I think that's fine. Well, we have 0 clearance on, but so it's fine either way. Thank you for the follow, Ezzy Bezzy and Venom285. Since when? Well, this behavior has been in the game since forever. But this merging has also been able since forever, but you've always needed like trainers for it. OpenRCT2 makes it a lot easier. There we go, this works perfectly fine. Someone wanted a turntable thingy-majing. I can do a turntable thingy-majing. That's just the long flume thingy-majingy. I like the word thingy-majing. Come on. There we go. Now wait, hang on. First, let's build this like that. From the reverse... Oh, we can do that as well. Well, we'll do that there. We can do it like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's now build the missing ingredients. You go there. Then we'll do it into a turntable. Perfect. And then you... we don't have you. No, we don't. Alright. Object selection. Reverse, reverse, reverse. There we go. Reverse, reverse. There it is. All the way out there. The start. Now this is all kind of wacky stuff. We also need to connect it there. Bingo. Huh, it actually doesn't mess up the train. I thought it would mess up the train a lot more. Yeah, I suppose this is a good tutorial for merging as well. You could technically do it in a different way as well. Like, you could also do it like this. You could select this ride. Change it to let's see, let's say a limb coaster. Do an inline twist. And then change it back and like continue building. And like if you now change it back to a junior. Well, still mini. Classic mini is classic mini. There we go. Now the twist is invisible and you just build another dummy twist in the opposite direction in its place. And then it looks the same and it still behaves the same. So there are two ways you can merge, although this is technically not a merge. This is just changing the ride type and building a dummy thing that is not being used just so that the graphics are there. That's how I've also done things in the past. Sometimes it depends on you what you want. Thank you for the follow, Q1 model. How am I? I'm well, thank you. Hello everyone, working another late shift so I can finally catch another Wednesday stream. Late shift. So you're in America then, I think. Right? Or maybe like New Zealand? Somewhere in that area at least. Not in Europe, because then you would currently be on the shift. Alright, do we want any more special pieces? That's how you did the portal cards. No. Well, the portal cards are sort of with the, like, the changing the ride type, but that's also a bit different still. Would Giga Coaster boosters work correctly? No. They wouldn't. Because the booster speed is different depending on the coaster type. And the strength. So that wouldn't work. A corkscrew. Alright. You know what? I'll show you how that works. We'll go to a corkscrew coaster. Need a little bit more space. Just to make it look nice. Oh, that's the wrong one. This was a reverser. There we go. Corkscrew, corkscrew, corkscrew. There we go. Bam! And then you go back to a classic mini. Now the nice thing is I don't have to worry about all the clearance things. So, what you do now is you take the... Well, I'll take a limb coaster, that looks the best. Whatever you want to make your corkscrew out of. And you just build your corkscrew in the opposite direction. There you go. Then you match the colors. Yeah, this have to be brown. And there it is. Perfect. Well, let's have some water. Now, the best thing about using this method is that you don't have any overlapping track pieces. Like you have here with the reverser coaster and the junior coaster. Or classic mini coaster. On the other hand, you can always just make one of them invisible with the time inspector. Alright, I think this is enough for now. So that later we also have some time for other rides. Later on. Add some river rabbit. I don't think that would add too much. Alright. Oh, track's not complete. Alright, you need to set it to boat hire mode. There might be other modes that work as well, but boat hire mode's probably the best. Also, I made the chain lift fast. Because why not? It looks fantastic. It might actually have a... No, it won't have a possible rating. Because extreme laterals, obviously. I was stupid to even think that that might have been remotely possible. Like, it's still going very fast at the end. Saying all these way too fast. Also, it's completely skipping the turntable now. Actually, it only takes the corkscrew slightly too fast. It's earlier turns and stuff that are the main problem. So, luckily we have a cheat on that guests ignore intensity. Now, let's fix the colors of these things so that they match up a little bit more. And that, and that, and then the last one. That's not the last one. Even that one looks fairly okay now that it's yellow. And this one as yellow as possible. Ah, this looks much more cohesive now. Might want to hire some handyman. I don't need handyman. As you may have noticed, there isn't a single pew key in the park because I have a little cheats on. Let's disable those cheats actually. Much more fun when there aren't any cheats. Yeah, fire staff is enabled, but it's not doing anything because I don't have staff. You know what? Let's also make rides able to break down. Maybe they'll crash at some point and kill some guests. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, is this enough staff? Oh. A ride literally just crashed? Because it broke down. Hang on, there, it didn't break down. Oh! I think I know what happened. It didn't break down, right? No, it didn't break down. The ride is too fast. I think this one was still like slowly going into the station. And it was still like outside of the station. It'll crash again. Let's reset the crash status. Needs brakes before the station. Sort of. But let's see what happens. Because it'll crash again soon. Like, that happens. And then at some point, the other train will still be, like, going into the station. Oh, hang on. Is it me or does it keep going back further? Like, it's stopping well before the start of the station. Like, there's almost an entire tile there. Yeah, now that one's stopping almost outside of the station. They keep stopping a little bit further back every time. Like, there, now it's 1.5 tiles. So that was the issue. That's how it happened. That's so strange. Like, this one is stopped fully outside of the station. But it's already unloaded the guest. It's already saying moving to end of station. That's interesting. You think it's the reverse element? It probably is, yeah. And at some point, it's so far back that by the time the next train comes in, the train hasn't moved yet. Like, let's speed it up a little bit. Or no, it's just, like when it's loading, it's just still, this'll crash. No, it won't. At some point it will though. Last car scene. Oh yeah, the last car is off. You're right. There's definitely some glitchiness going on here. Let's watch it crash again. At some point it will... Oh, there we go. Ah! Hang on. You saw the like... It wasn't stopping back, because... Well, you can't see from any other angle. But you can see, like, you could see an explosion right here at the end of the station. You can see a little smoke plume there at the moment, like through the last half of the barrel roll. There was a train there. There was a car that much in the front. We just couldn't see it. And it's actually not this thing. It's pretty sure it's the reverse turntable that does that, because it also did that to the steam train. And that's what the problem was. The problem was that there was still a car there, and the trains were essentially getting longer and longer. That's the issue. They were getting longer and longer. We just couldn't see it, and so they weren't actually stopping. There is a train at the very front of the station. We just can't see it. It's just invisible. Or according to Max, it's only the wheels. I definitely can't see anything there. Okay, so let's go only one train. But eventually it'll end up like completely screwed up. Which would be funny to see. Let's reset the crash status. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. You see, it keeps going further back. Oh! Look at that! That's wonderful. Like... This is almost like a shoestring now. I like how it goes pretty well through the thing, by the way. The inline twist. Is it me or is it going a lot slower? Oh, it's still arriving at station. Because it's too long. Like, it's actually going... This is real speed. It's going incredibly slowly. Is the train gonna crash into itself? Let's see. I think it's constantly separating further, right? Or isn't it? It might just be that this is the most extreme that we'll get. It seems like it's not separating further. So I think... Yeah, this is end game. Because it's constantly arriving at station. Did you see those people? I mean, what do you mean? Like them loading? I think you meant that. I didn't see it, but I know that it happens. Yeah, they're like loading weirdly. They're walking to somewhere here and then loading. Yeah, it's going pretty slowly. Thank you for the follow, Enzimo. Alright, suggestions for the next thing. Because this will be funny to watch every now and then. Also, how many guests has the Pooperoo had? Ah, 400 already. That's quite a lot. Build a water rapids with a tram ride. Sure. Let's see. Well, we can do that here. And we'll go up. And then let's see, trams. Can we only do one boat? It is. Oh, the ride's too short for multiple boats, obviously. What are the stats of the wild mount? I don't think it's finished. Oh, it's actually finished testing. It only took 38 minutes. Oh, you fast forwarded a lot. That makes sense. Oh, there's a car there. How wonderful. So it's 1.56, 1.49, 0.93. It takes a full 38 minutes. It's 2 kilometers long. Yeah, that's not that long going at 1 kilometer an hour. Like, you'll get there eventually. Although 1 kilometer an hour and 2 kilometers in 38 minutes doesn't really... That doesn't add up, now does it? That's more like going like 3.5 per hour. The math doesn't always work out in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Although I suppose for part of the way it is going faster. Yeah, I do have 2 speedy sections, that's entirely right. Like, it's after this hill, it'll go faster for quite a while. Like, this thing still has extra speed, so yeah, no, that does totally make a difference. Although, it still says 1 kilometer per hour on the average speed. And that should be at least 3. So, somewhere there's still something wrong in the calculation. Ooh. Why the lag? That was a weird bit of lag. You know what? Let's at the bottom of this drop. Let's do a whirlpool. And a rapids. Now I wonder, can the trams go up and down? Yes, they can! Oh, hang on, more rapids. That's wonderful to see. Dig, 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 dig. Digga 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 digga. That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. Now you're level 69, basically. Digga 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 digga. Digga 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 digga. Digga 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 digga. I love that. And a photo section and a waterfall. Do they spin in a whirlpool? No. I'm afraid not. Also, I should disable zero clearance if I don't need it at the moment. Because it can cause issues sometimes. Trampets. Can we do more? No, we can do 3 boats. Because these are totally boats. Put tiny doors in the entire wild mouse with the super clicker help. That's gonna make like a lot of doors around it as well. No, that doesn't really work. Unfortunately. Alright, what's your question, Hostfinger? I really love that. That looks amazing. That looks so entirely wrong. What's the capital of Alabama? That's Montgomery, right? Montgomery, Alabama. Call it Rapid Transit. Oh, that's a really clever name. Rapid Transit. I believe Montgomery is named probably after some French city. That's a wonderful name. I still can't get over how silly this is. This is absolutely incredibly silly. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Xag. That's very generous of you. Finally, you pronounce my state name right. Hang on. Alabama or Alabama or... Like... That's not the thing people get wrong, right? Those terms still hold 50 guests. Let's see how much they hold. 10 passengers per car, so that's 20 in total. And I suppose they do. There's no... Yeah, there's no reason for them not to here. Launch Monorail. Sure. Kansas and Arkansas. Yeah, I love Arkansas. I did used to pronounce it Arkansas for a while, you know. When I was younger and more ignorant. You know, I really dislike the word ignorant. Technically, ignorant just means that you don't know stuff. Doesn't mean you're stupid. It doesn't mean anything negative. It just means you don't know stuff, right? Well, but recently, ignorant has started to become an insult. Like, you ignorant fool. Or something like that. That just... And that's why I don't like the word. Now, the question is, how fast will we launch it? I think when people use it as an insult, they're implying that the person is willfully ignorant. Yeah, but I still don't like it. I think the implication is you don't have the means to find out. You do have the means to find out, but you didn't. I suppose, but like, I'm ignorant on a lot of stuff that I could technically know. I just haven't bothered because there's a lot of stuff to know and I can't be bothered with everything. Two kilometers per nanosecond. I don't think we can quite reach that. We can reach some fairly high speeds though. If we really want to. Now the fun thing is we can launch this as fast as we want and it won't crash. Hang on, I need to make it longer because I want more trains. Yeah, well, it's not an insult in all situations. But in most situations it is an insult now. People should use naive more. Well, naive is also often used like an insult. And I suppose being naive there isn't the best trait to have. Sometimes it's not a bad trait to have though, but you know, it can get you into trouble sometimes. When did they add the chain lift hill to the monorail? They didn't. I did. Well, sort of. Cheats. Let's go that way. An interesting thing RCT could have had is that guests like water rides more when it's hot. Yeah, I don't think that's the case, but don't quote me on that actually. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that somehow was, although I wouldn't be surprised on a basis of other things that happen in the game. I would be surprised because if it was the case, I probably would have known. Like, someone would have said it somewhere that I would have read it, most likely. Hey Cody, what's up? Thank you for the 13 months. I saw your video on what's wrong with the coaster and I don't know. It's a good question, what's wrong with it. I mean, it's just a gentle slope. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Can we have 3 trains? We still can't have 3 trains, but we can launch the first one so fast that it meets the second one before it has a chance to move out of the station. And 500 will probably be... Nah, that won't be fast enough. Let's go faster. What's the most popular place in Sweden? I mean, the most well known is obviously Stockholm. Most popular, I don't know what that means. Oh, you can only have 1 train when you do launched. Actually, that's not true. Disable vehicle limits. Haha. 2 trains. Just bump the next one. That's wonderful. I didn't expect that. Bam. Oh, what if we do more of these? What if we do 3 trains? What happens if we do 3? Will the speed like be given to the one at the front? Yes. It does work. Although now these are stuck. You know what, I'll keep it at 3 and we'll do a nice CCQL. Now like that. That's a proper CCQL. Oh, now they're going a lot faster, suddenly. Bam! This is good physics, though. I mean, it's not good physics that the trains are undamaged, but, you know, assuming immortal trains, invincible trains, it's good physics. That's surprisingly good. 250 per cars per train. No, that won't fit and it'll all glitch into each other. That's not fun to watch. This is fun to watch. Name a ride to your choice. Alright. Have you ever seen a ride breakdown while testing in Open RC2? Yes, I have. Oh, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Don Zija. I do appreciate that. Hey, is T West watching? How you doing, T West? I can see you're lurking because someone gifted you a sub. Or he is not here and everyone who's watching already has a sub. Either of the two. Because if you do random, it first picks people that are watching. And once everyone that's watching has a sub, then it picks people who have been in my stream but aren't watching at the moment. Alright, let's see. What was the name by Kangi? Kangi didn't give a name yet. Newton's Cradle. Oh, that's a good name. Newton's Cradle. There we go. No sub here, too poor. That must mean that T West is watching. The reason I know his name is because he's an Age of Empires YouTube content creator. And even though I don't really play Age of Empires anymore, and as a reason I've kind of stopped watching most of his videos, they're really good. And I'm pretty sure that if I do pick up Age of Empires again, Age of Empires 2 specifically, that I'll start watching the videos again as well. So it's actually, they're remarkably similar to my videos. In terms of style and like it's also knowledge of like how the game works and stuff. So if you're interested in that, you know, T West Age of Empires, Google that on YouTube. That makes no sense. Google that on YouTube, but you know what I mean. Alright, more ideas. Oh, thank you for another gifted sub, Donzia. 2 Hooverkins. Now that wasn't random. I know that why you did that. No sub here, too poor. Thank you very much. Can you turn the train into a roller coaster? I could, but this is funny to watch. We're done with this, right? Let's go on to the next ride. What do you guys have in mind? Who's the guy that did open RCT2 contest? That's Dirkling. Sometimes Marcel makes serious content about playing the game, whilst the rest of the time he's like this. Yeah, my streams I'm a little bit less serious. Thank you for the 4 months, Kaizo Fighting. I could, but it's funny to watch. It's the best reason for anything. Basically, yes. Hang on. Where's the small car? That's... Oh, it's there. We just can see it for a bit. Sometimes it disappears a bit. Can you make a regular roller coaster using the submarine ride? I can try. Let's see. Where's the submarine ride? I could just select all of them, but I kind of like to have not too many rides here, so I'll select just the ones that I need. I mean, the world's smallest maze is just one tile. Okay, now obviously this usually only works in water, but I think... Hang on, what happens if we do this and then... well, we need to start building that. I wonder. And show tile inspector. Then we'll delete the surface. Then we'll pick up this surface. Then we'll move over one. That way. Paste it. Can we build from this? No, we can't. Even with 0 clearance, we can't. This doesn't work, so unless... hang on, what happened? Can I can't even lower the water there, even with 0 clearance on. Oh, 0 clearance is not on. Well, even with 0 clearance on, I can't lower the water. So, unless I'm willing to... No, I can totally do this. I can totally... There's an entirely different way. Hang on, I know a way. I did this the difficult way when I did a thing earlier. Yeah, make it a car ride and change right there. That was exactly what I had in mind. When I did it for my cursed ride video, like I made a land boat, I did it the difficult way. But this is the easy way. Which mountain summit is the furthest away from Earth's center? Now, I've never bothered to remember the name, and I probably should. It's some mountain in Ecuador. Because the Earth bulges... oh yeah, right, we can't do that. We can't go hills. And the Earth bulges at the equator. And the roughly 2 kilometers that mountain is lower than Everest is more than made up for by the bulge of the Earth. Yes, the Earth has a nice big bulge. That pokes out at the equator. Oblate spheroid. Well, oblate bumpy spheroid or lumpy. Because it's not smooth, is it? Because mountains. It's indeed in Ecuador, Mount Chimborazo. Chimborazo. I should totally remember that. Alright, let's change it to Submarine ride. Oh, I should have built that too higher, but you know what? I can't be bothered with that, so I'm just gonna lower the land. Oh, we only need lowered 1. Oh, that's good. Now, obviously, we are going to make this a coaster. So let's do mine trains. Yeah, let's do 12 mine trains. And it's already stopped. And they're floating. Lol. Isn't that wonderful? Also, I think I want some more guests. There we go. I should get us some more. Hope that worked. Yeah, it did. Totally did. We now have 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. 8,304 guests. Alright. Some stupid scenery around it. Oh yeah, OpenRCT needs to fix that. The standard when you open a park seems to be defaulting to black now instead of this. The Bordeaux red and the yellow. Which is stupid. I want it to be the Bordeaux red and the yellow. The black is ugly. $8,304. Alright. They're definitely still in the park. God is also still in the park. 8,304. Hang on, let me pause it. There we go. So many guests. Yes. You hate the Bordeaux and yellow, Bordeaux red and yellow combo. Because it is so overdone, because it's, you know, the entire standard and stuff, because, you know, it's kind of like these trains. But it's, on one hand, I agree with you. It's the standard, I get tired of it, and especially the Bordeaux red color. On the other hand, it's also... It's home. It's nostalgia. It's all the good stuff. Like, this is nostalgia for me. So it's also very good. And like the Bordeaux red junior coaster track is pretty good. Thanks, Marcel. I told myself I wasn't going to cry tonight. Well, I hope you have a good cry. Can you make crazy fast go-karts? Yes. I think. Maybe. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it probably should work. Okay. It's actually built on the other side. Let's build it... Yeah, that'll be a good place. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need quite a few cheats for this. Just chain lift on all the tracks. No. These go-karts will never return to their station. Funnily enough. I'm going to make it reasonably high. Which means I need to go a little more that way. You know, we can just... Yeah, you know, we can just do it like... that. And then we're gonna change it. Yes. To a twister coaster. That's what we need. I need to do that. Then we're gonna change it back to a go-kart. Okay, that's too tall. Well, no, not really too tall, it's just not enough space. I think this'll be enough space. Alright, let's get back to a go-kart. Yeah, this is the infinite go-kart trick, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, this is plenty of space. Well, that's good. You're gonna go like that. And then, hang on. Let's get back to a twister. This brown color looks interesting for a twister. You don't really see that often. This is the standard go-kart color scheme, but it looks quite nice. Alright, that's a merge. Doesn't act like it, but I promise it is. Now back to the go-karts. Then we're gonna do... that. You'll see what this is in a minute, yeah. Actually, let's do that. Yeah, this'll work. Probably. And if not, then I'll fix it. Okay. Let's do that. And let's build some path like that. Perfect. Now, what we need to do is... You know what, let's just see how this behaves. Let's put it in boat hire mode. No, we don't actually. Race mode's fine. Okay, now we need to do the town inspector. Oh my god. Yeah, swap those around. Okay, now it should work. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. This should theoretically make it really interesting. Not, well, there's one more thing I need to do, but I'll do that after I'll know it works. And let's see what happens. Okay, let's see. This is good. Yes, that works. They're teleporting. I think I made it work. Yes. Alright, let's go catch up with blue. Okay, yeah, so this is the problem. There are too many carts and they're going too slow. Because they're constantly catching up with each other. Now, what happens? Let me... Let's see, this is ride ID 23. So what happens if I do this? Ride set mass 23. Very high. Yeah, you see, we won't be going that much faster. Okay, what if we do just one cart? Then nothing will be in their way. Oh yeah, not a complete circuit. That's why we had the thing there. And then we'll swap that back. Oh, and we need to do the console command again. Well, let's first see how fast he goes on his own. Can you rename one of the guests going on to make them drive faster? Eventually no, because there will be a maximum speed. Okay, yeah, that's 48 kilometers per hour going downhill. Now, what if we do this? Oh, it's unknown command. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, it's right. It's multiple. There we go. Now we're properly speeding up. Look at that. Zoom. You know what? Just to make sure that you don't get sick, I'll stop watching that. Yeah, the sound overflows. Isn't that lovely? So, for some reason, the overflowing sound once ruined a project of mine. Believe it or not. I was trying to do stuff with music, but I started too high. And when I got to a high note, but with a really fast coaster, the sound overflowed and I couldn't get the high note. Jingle Bells project. No, that was done with pitch shifting in my editing program. That's different. Particle accelerators, basically. I mean, this is going 400 kilometers an hour. Now, we could potentially go faster, but there's been some issues with that in later builds. But let's see if it works anyway, because it'll be fun if it works. Let's change that back. And let's do 3 cars. But it is 3 cars in one train. And in my recent experiments, oh, I messed that up. I forgot to change these back. There we go. Hang on. He's broken loose. Okay, they're already going a lot faster. And, well, that's because they're heavier. But if we now do this again. Let's see what their maximum speed is now. Because it should be faster. But it might get stuck at some point. Because I know it has done. When I tried this like 2 years ago. Because the earliest attempt was even longer than that. Okay, so it got stuck on about 460. It was already past that. Particle accelerator, call it that. Alright. Particle accelerator. Oh, thank you for the prime sub, Swan Tomato. I do appreciate that. Alright, we're up to 600 already. Now, if I made it smaller, it would go fast. Bigger, it would go faster. But I don't want it too big because it'll ruin the view. And this looks nice, isn't it? So my top speed with the big design, and I actually uploaded it to my second channel a few months ago. It's called Go-karts Go Brrr. In between all the live streams. And it went up to about 2,300 kilometers per hour. Well, this one's gonna reach 1,000. Ah, I wonder. Maybe it'll get close eventually. Drown God. Sure, I'll drown God. Now, God is gonna drown by an act of God. Because in this universe, I am also God. What do go-karts go? What? They carts. Alright, we're already over 1,000 kilometers per hour. Which is pretty fast. I mean, if you get seasick, watch your way for a bit. Because I'm gonna follow a car for a little bit. So let's go. That's very fast. Clearly broke the sound barrier. It's close to it. Isn't the sound barrier like 1250 or so? So it's gonna be we're close to that, definitely. Let's see what happens if we speed it. How fast can we go? We're still very slowly speeding up. Actually, we seem to have stopped. 1081. Okay, so we can go slightly more than twice the speed if we make it as large as possible with, you know, going to the sport limit. But, you know, for a small installation, this looks nice. So I'm gonna keep it like this. You know, I'll actually save the park. That's not a bad idea. Park with viewer suggestions. March 2022. There we go. Train is glitching out all of the area with the track. Yeah. It takes shortcuts graphically. 1234 kilometers an hour. Oh, that's the sound barrier. 1250 was quite close. If we do this, it goes close enough to hear a little bit of the techno music every now and then. Also, poor guest. Like, there's a guest in there. And he's... Well, he's not dead, but he can't be having a good time, can he? Alright, let's do benchmarker. Then bench warmer. There we go. Alright. What do you guys want for... What's this next suggestion? We can do anything that, you know... With any kind of cheat, any kind of ride. I won't surely pick every suggestion. Sometimes I don't think a suggestion is, well, you know, functions well in this park. Reverse freefall that almost crashes. Alright, that's a simple one. We also have inverted coaster with monorail train. That's interesting. Interstellar music under the go-karts. I can't do that, because first off, copyright. Second off, I would have to have it installed in the custom music folder, and I don't have that. Merge a reverse freefall with an observation tower. Oh, that would look interesting. I can make the thing almost crash. And if I make it almost in. Well, that's slightly too almost. I need a little bit less almost. If I make it almost enough, then eventually it will crash for real. But you'll kill some guests. Yeah. I think we can go slightly almoster, actually. If we take a different height and a different speed. Okay, slightly faster. Oh, that was just only slight little bit too almost. Eventually there will be some combination of height and speed. Yeah, that's a good almost. Look at that. That's a really good almost. That's the best almost you can have. So it's really almosting at the moment. And at some point it'll stop almosting. Or, well, it'll almost too much. Look at the mass exodus of guests. Yeah. They all get tired. They just got here to poop. I wonder how many customers this is at now. 1,300 and something already. I mean, we're already more than 2 years into the park as well, so, you know. It's not that much in 2 years. They spent 4 months walking to the toilet. Well, I imagine at that point they would need to go quite badly. Alright, so let's merge this. You know what, we don't need to merge it. We can do the easy merge. Which is just this. We can just change it to an observation tower. Now, obviously that doesn't work. I'm stupid. Why would I think that would work? It just doesn't. Alright, let's change it back to a freefall then. Launched freefall. Oh, reverse freefall coaster, not launched freefall. Oh. Thanks for the correction. Oh, I see what you want. I see what you want, what you really, really want. Okay, now I'll make this one a little bit more powerful, you know? We don't need the long acceleration. And here I'll change it into a launched freefall. Think that's the height? Oh, you can't merge this. The pieces aren't the same. You can't do this. Although I mean, you could do it like. Now, hang on. You can, yeah, you can sort of do it. You can sort of do it. Like, if I do this, then I change it to a limb. You know, we'll need to change it to a limb immediately. Okay, it's 22 and a half. We need to place this correctly. Oh, we need to go one lower. Oh, it also needs to be there. Think. No. This isn't a good position, right? Oh, but that won't work, because reverse merges don't work. No. If you go backwards through a merge, you'll crash. So that wouldn't work anyway. I'm one tile too early. Well, it wouldn't work anyway, because if you go backwards to a merge, it'll crash. Merges only work one way, unfortunately. Thank you for the follow. Varunk Hanna 3000 and Hans Penzi. Can we put a double-decker observation tower car on a reverse freefall coaster? Now that is something we can do. Let's make it actually longer this time. Let's build it there, a little bit out of the way. And up. And go like that. Also, a funny thing, because guests only get sick after a ride, I believe. Like after a ride, their new nausea status gets determined. This guest is not sick at all. He's just a bit hungry, a bit thirsty, not very happy, has, you know, an average amount of energy. But not nauseous at all. Alright, now let's change this to an observation tower thing. Observation tower. Am I just blind? Oh, I don't... Oh! No, hang on. Oh, it's called double deck. Double deck cabin. Let's see what happens. Seems to work quite well, doesn't it? Wonderful. It actually works like a normal reverse freefall coaster. Park with the best staff. Hell yeah. I have a positive award. Alright, let's open this up. I don't think I've connected it yet. No, I haven't. I still have 0 clearance on. That's probably not a good idea. Absolutely majestic. Not close enough to be crashing. Needs to go faster. I can make it go faster. Hang on. What happens if I do it in like launched mode and make it go... Well, not passing station because that will make it crash. But like really slowly. Will it accelerate? Yes, it will keep accelerating. Good. So it's not the mode that makes that happen. So what did he do to like 61 kilometers per hour? What's that ride train called? Double deck observation tower. And... Is it closer to crashing? I won't make it crash, but... Okay, what if we make this like 200 kilometers per hour? It won't launch at 200 kilometers per hour because it's too short for that. It doesn't accelerate fast enough. But even though it can't fully accelerate because the train is too short, the faster you go to do the launch, the faster it'll go. But it doesn't seem to make that much of... I'll make a slight difference. Let's put this at 900 per hour. Let's see if that crashes it. I don't think it will. But let's see. It'll be close. It's not that close. Let's make it one taller. Let's see how high it goes. Can we put 2 cars on it? Let's give it a shot. I mean, it'll crash. Ooh, that's close. That's nice and close. If we do 2 cars, obviously it'll crash, but... Let's see what happens exactly. Well, it doesn't seem to be moving to the end of the station. Doesn't seem to be happening much. What if I make the station one longer? So there's more room and that maybe they don't spawn inside each other? There we go, much better. Oh yeah, that works. Would it take one heavy guest to crash you? Not one heavy guest, but maybe a load of heavy guests would do it. Well, we'll see. Kaboom. That was surprisingly well timed. I didn't know that other train was coming. I thought I should say it early, but that was incredibly well timed. You managed to make the reverse freefall cart go into the observation tower, but it indeed crashes on the way back. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So yeah, you obviously can't run this with 2 tracks. I mean, that crash is exactly what I predicted, but it's still funny to see. The impact reminded me of curling. Yeah, it's kind of the same with the monorail trains. The nice thing about the monorail trains is that they can't crash. So you can actually do that. 2 cars per train. Then it'll definitely crash. But we can do it. Because then oh, you can't, because observation tower can't do that. Although... No, that'll crash the game. Because that did beforehand, like last time as well. If I try to do too much with the stuff. Car editor. Vehicle editor. Somehow I did not get the notification of the stream. Well, welcome anyway. We've been making a little bit of a cursed park. Well, not cursed park. It's sort of a cursed park, but it's the, building with your suggestions. And you guys like cursed things. Maybe my favorite ride is the tram ride. Digga 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 digga. Digga 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 digga. Digga 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 digga. I absolutely love this. What's the start of Rapid Transit? Which is a genius name by someone. I forgot who came up with it. 1.46, 0.66, 0.38. Not a cursed park. Good to the digga digga. Yeah. I love that though. I absolutely love this. And I think it's the perfect sound effect as well. Digga 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 digga. Observation tower, I can do that. Drown the snowman. I don't think there's one snowman, but I'll drown one of them. Whee! Tower 1. How is that nausea only 0.38? Because it's a river rapid and it doesn't have all the... I don't think it matches the stat requirements. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe it needs like 2 drops or something. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna drown a snowman. There we go, there we got one. Entertainer number 167. You will go... Look at him go! Hang on, I want to look at that some more. Hang on. That looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to prolong your agony because I want to watch it more. Oh yeah, that's absolutely cruel. Max, do you remember that last stream you asked if you could make guests buy more balloons if you drown them? Like if you take a guest, that's a mechanic. If you take a guest with a balloon and then you like drop them in the water, get them out again and drop them in front of the balloon stall again, then they might buy another balloon. This one didn't because he's heading for something. For Poop Tower. But, you know, eventually they might buy another balloon. Well, I made a video about it. I managed to make a guest buy 25 balloons in 2 minutes. I'm debating on the title. So I'm between 2 titles. Well, 1 word in the title, really. It's either how to trick guests into buying more balloons, which is the current title, or a title that I'm not sure I have the balls to put on YouTube. which is how to torture guests into buying more balloons. Because that's essentially what we're doing. Because you're repeatedly dropping them in the water, getting them out, dropping them in the water, getting them out. But I'm not sure YouTube would really like that title. Especially because I don't mention Roller Coaster Tycoon in the title. It's just how to torture guests into buying more balloons. And I came up with that title like 2 days ago. I think like after I'd written the video or something like that. And I was like, that's a great title. Like half a day later I was like, hang on. Probably can't get away with that. So maybe I should do a trick. How to bully a guest into buying more balloons. Oh, that's a good middle path. Yeah, how to bully guests into buying more balloons. That's a good one. Because the reason why torture is a good title, I still think it's a very good title, is because people seeing the video be like, wait, what? Torture? Into buying, and they'll click on it. Bullying is still a good thing. In RCT2, I think the title works much better without it though. But bully is a good one. I'll change it to bully. Thanks. Hang on. Who came up with that? Rykarn. Thank you very much. Your name is eerily similar to a Twitch streamer in whose stream I was mod for a while. I think I'm technically still mod, but that was like back in like 2014. I like the bullying. The bullying is really good. Damn, that's another quotable. Make a dodgems arc over the entrance. Sure. Let's see. I need to... Yeah, sandbox mode for that. Now, they won't be accessible. And we need to get rid of some path for that. Are those merry-go-rounds chained up so that you have to go through all of them to leave? No. You can just walk up and down. This one's probably not that many guests. Oh, still 360. It's not bad. Alright, let's build these here. They won't need entrances and exits. They'll not be reachable anyway. Well, there we go. It's good, but it's not like the merry-go-round park entry archway. Yeah, but I don't want to do that again, because I already did it. And we'll go one closer. And we'll build them inside each other. And then we'll do one on the top. There we go. Get rid of zero clearance. What are you building? This is an arch of dodgems. You know what? We'll make it rainbow, because why not? Because it's 6 tall, so we can do that. Actually, let's this time do the purple at the bottom. They won't be on or anything. It's just decorative, innit? Nothing. Yeah, nothing else. Just decorative. And blue. You sent me the recurse rehearse Freefall. Take a look at it. Oh, I can load that. It's Park. Hang on, let me put it in my save files. Save. Take a look at that in a minute. Thank you. First we'll finish this. That one's gonna be green, green, green. And the other one as well. Yeah, there are some good quotes from this stream. This has been one of the more quotable streams. We need the bright yellow, because for some reason all the colors are quite a bit darker on the dodgems than they should be. Thank you for the follow, Mode Red. The fattest rainbow there ever was. Yeah, it's quite a fat one, isn't it? Alright. Orange. That's green. Ooh, this looks horribly ugly. That green with a little bit of orange. And you also orange. And the last one. Entirely red. Oh, there goes the merry-go-round. There we have it. The Arch of Dodgem. The Arc of Dodgem. Gay Dodgem. What would that mean? How would gay Dodgems be different than normal Dodgems? Alright, let's take a look at what Max sent me. Let's see. Oh, hang on. I want to follow it. Yeah, that's bad. Ooh, it actually switches a bit. Oh. Oh, you made it work. That's wonderful. This is kind of cursed, but it works. I like that. Oh, thank you for the 8 months, Jarsnel. How am ya? I'm quite good, thank you. I'm having a lot of fun with this park. I hope you're doing well too. Oh, this is pretty good. Thank you, Max. Alright. Now, where were we? We already have a quite a cursed park. Alright, next suggestions. For pretty much anything. We can, by the way, sort by things like excitement. Oh, Newton's Cradle. It has more than 10 excitement. What the hell? No color channel points rewards. No. Because it's more of a suggestion thing. And also I don't want them all to be salmon pink. Wooden coaster double deck observation tower. We already have a double deck. Log flume with flying cars, I guess will basically drown. Alright, that's not bad. Let's do that. Also, we can do something interesting with that. We can use the reverse turntable. With the flying cars, and that might do interesting stuff. I'm not sure. Let's see. Flying trains. Flying saucers. Flying roller coaster. No. You do the trains, not this thing. I don't think I have them though. No, I don't. Let's select it. Flying, flying, flying. There we go. Got it. Now, are they flying roller coaster trains? Yes, they are. Alright. Did those not do interesting stuff when the flying cars were in the heartline up and down? In the heartline, yeah. They'll go like invisible or whatever. We can add a heartline to this. Why not? You know what? I'll be lazy and just add a heartline like this. Heartline thingy. Where is it? Heartline H. There it is, and I'll just, we'll continue 1, and then we'll go upper transfer. Then we go back to a lock flume. Thank you for the follow. Half stick of dynamite in hood. That's a hell of a name. We can't do this? What do you mean we can't do that? There we go, much better. Hang on. What was that what are those cars doing? It's not making it. It's not having a speed. It needs a chain lift. Also, it's because they're only 1 car long. Hang on, what if I make them like 8 cars long? And I'll go to like 1 boat. But yeah, I think they'll still need a chain lift. Yeah. Alright, well, let's do a chain lift then. We can do a chain lift on anything. There we go. This is now a chain lift. Let's make it... oh, we can't alter chain lift because it's a log flume. Well, that's just fine, as long as it's a chain lift. And then let's see what it does in the heartline twister thing. You need half a barrel to get them out, half a barrel roll to get them into the flying position mode. Oh, that's true. Or, apparently, I just need the heartline twister. That seems to be working as well. Now they're under the track. Well, then they're still drowning. It still does what we want it to do, sort of. Alright, let's make it a reverse turntable here a few times in a row. I think that'll screw things up nicely. Alright, let's get out of there. Name a route of your choice. Go ahead. Name the burger store Turbo Burger. Again? Presumably it was you the last time as well, because the chance that 2 people are going to do that in different streams, quite close to each other, independently of each other, is very small. Where is that from? This seems to not be messing it up, actually. Oh, no, never mind. It is. It's messing it up. There's the same thing that's happening here. Or here, I mean. 1 car is trailing ahead. Did I misspell that? Did I do beamnik? No, I didn't. I did it fine. Let's see. Let's do that. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong. There we go. Much better. This isn't exactly maybe what you had in mind, but I think it's still funny. Flying cars under the tracks. Let's give them a bit of a more distinctive color. There we go. Much better. Some yellow in it. And some white. Ah, that's better. 2. All round guest. I don't think guest 222 will be in the park, actually. I think they'll be long gone. Yes, they are. 2221 is in the park, though. If you want to drown them. I think you want to follow. Streamo Cremo. That's a good name. It's a really good name. Well, guests are going on this, and it's being cursed. Like, this one is also on the wrong side of the track, like, vertically. 3333. Hang on, where should I look? Nope, also not. How did this end up on the wrong side of the track? What? Huh? Huh? Alright, also check the oldest guest in the park. Alright, that will be 9. We're currently on the merry-go-round, so they have a little while until they get off. Hang on, now they're at the same side again. Hang on. How does this working? Let's get some music in. Oh, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Moving Fortress. Hang on, is it... Wait. Some are on the other side of the track now. How does this working? What? Oh, now they're... Oh, now they're on the right side. Oh, when they're not fully loaded, they're on the other side. Okay, but how was this one on the other side for a while, and now it's not anymore? I am confused. But thank you for the 100 bits, Voodoo, and thank you for the follow, Gente. No, I have never used the face cam, by the way. Who asked that? Someone asked that. That was Forks and Alligators. I have never used the face cam, and I don't think I'm going to soon. Yeah, this is very confusing. Hang on, they just had the merry-go-round and they're in the queue again. They're not going on it because they're gonna drown. Bye-bye. See ya. You won't buy another balloon. How about becoming a VTuber? Got any more terrible ideas? I mean, nothing against VTubers. It's probably fun to be one, but for me it would probably be a terrible idea. I don't... That's like so not my aesthetic at all. Mint some NFTs. Dude, you're making me throw up. That's just... No. Like, no. Just no. Way too much work. Yeah, like I have an animated version of me speak in my voice, but you also need like an whole character, and I need to... Because currently, technically I'm a character, because I'm not exactly as I am in real life here. I'm a little more wholesome, for example, here than in real life. But it's mostly just me. But I have to play like a proper character which speaks with a fun voice. Hello everyone, I'm VTuber Marcel V. And today we're gonna play some Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah. Something like that. I've heard so little about NFTs since the world event started 3 weeks ago. I hate that's the reason, but I love hearing less about NFTs. Yes, same. Yes, please. Well, doing that, it just hurt my voice a little. So, it's probably not the best idea. Alright. Ideas for the next thing. What shall I build next? The voice that will drag in the kids. I mean, if I can do a high-pitched voice. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Roller Coaster Tycoon. Today, we're gonna drown a guest. What's the most cursed thing I've ever built? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Sound like Stampy. Is Stampy that rabbit from Bambi? A coaster with go-kart trains. A swimming ride in brown water. Now, you see, I can't do brown water. Unless I do custom scenery. And that won't be swimming. That won't really work. Unless I make all the water brown, but I don't really want to do that. Thumper is the Bambi rabbit. Oh, Stampy. Okay, so the reason I thought of Stampy is because in Dutch he's called Stampertje. Or Stampertje if you pronounce it the English way. That's why I was thinking of that. Stampy Longnose, no idea what it is. Splash boats with invisible floorless coaster trains. Yes, we can do that actually. I have invisible floorless coaster trains. A splash boat. Konijn is a good word. Yes, it is. Ik ben konijn of Holland. I think Napoleon said that, or no, Lodewijk did something. Like some Lodewijk said that. He meant to say, ik ben koning van Holland, which means I'm king of Holland. But he said konijn accidentally, which means rabbit. So he said, I'm the rabbit of Holland. Ah, this is not good for a splash boat. We need a proper steep drop, so... oh, yeah, obviously, we need the chain lift. I shouldn't forget that. Let's make it a proper steep... Oh, we need to go 1 unit higher for a proper steep drop. And then, obviously, we'll do that, because we don't care about G-forces. Stampy was Bar's elephant in The Simpsons. Bar. Either I don't know who Bar is, or you mistyped Bart. And I do know who Bart is. I've never really watched The Simpsons. Like, I know the basics about it, and I've watched like clips on YouTube, and then, you know, a few memes I've seen and stuff like that. Like, I know who Burns is. And obviously, you know, the 5 main Simpson characters. But other than that, I don't know a lot about it. I've watched a lot of Family Guy, though, so I do know a lot about Family Guy. Well, a lot. I mean, I haven't like, studied it or anything, but I know a fair bit about it. Actually, I think we might need a new chain lift here. I don't know how fast the guess will go. Hang on. I can't really test it in Ghost, because you can't see the train. But, lovely but, we can just complete it, then test it with an invisible train, and just hope that it completes it. And we can see if it completes it, because then we'll get test results. Let's see. There we go. That's finished up. Now, I need to select it. So, object selection. Let's go to custom. And somewhere, let's see, invisible. Somewhere there's one called invisible. It's not under the eye. Hang on. There we go. Why wasn't it under the eye? Because it starts with an I. Well, anyway. There we go. Okay. Now, where's the eye? Invisible 3-pack. Now, I need the floorless coaster trains. I don't know which ones are the floorless coaster trains. Because we have 3 options. And they're all similar. But I know one of them is like at least Twister. Maybe floorless, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's going. It's only 3 cars per train though. And 12 trains. You know what, let's make them a bit longer. Let's go 7 cars per train. Let's go 5 trains. Or boats, as they're called here. Let's follow it. When will your documentary RCT2, the Marcel Vos Experience, be on Netflix? Tomorrow. It's a documentary with sexual scenes throughout. Yes, beautiful trains, aren't they? You can hear it go. Oh, we didn't need that lift at all. It doesn't lose speed as fast as a splash boat. It's basically a roller coaster. Oh, there was still a train there. It can explode. I didn't expect that. I was taken off guard by that. Oh, there's the next one. It's just invisible booms. Well, we got another one. We might. I don't know if a third train has departed the station. Oh, yeah, it totally has. It totally has. Oh, that's wonderful. The fourth one certainly hasn't. Has it? No, the fourth one is still in the station. Okay, I think we might need to go to 2, otherwise it will crash. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That's the nice thing about these cursed rides, because mostly I know what I'm doing, I know how things work, but every now and then something happens that you don't expect. Which is wonderful. Longer trains for bigger explosions. Oh yeah, you could make the entire track explode. Hang on. I'll just save it, because I'm about to do something that might not work all that well. But, if we do this... Oh, I think it just crashed. Yeah. It just crashed. And that's why I saved it. That's why I saved it. Because I tried messing about with this not too long ago. And it did the same thing. Now what we can do, obviously, is just mess with it a little bit less. Like 70 cars per train and 6 boats should be fine. Yeah, this is totally fine. Now, can it even move? Like, I don't know if they're currently, like, if they're too long. Because if 70 cars, like, if they're too long and there's, like, not enough space for all of them, they'll glitch inside each other, and that's what I want. But the thing is, I can't see it. Oh yeah, it's still at the end of another station. It's too long at the moment. Now what we can do is only make it, like, 2 boats. And that might make it interesting. You can't switch camera between cars of a train. That's only in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Now, the acceleration will be weird, because the train's incredibly long, and it's not actually gaining and losing comparatively a lot of potential energy. So, like, it's still departing station. Like, it's going down, but it's not gaining speed, because it's how that works. So it might actually not crash, because it's going very slowly when it bumps into it. But that's physics for you. Yeah, it's still departing. Oh, there we go. It has just left the station. It's going 11 kilometers an hour. Now what we can do, of course, is, no, not there, is we can make it more interesting. Power launch! Now. That's a hell of an explosion. Let's make it longer. Come on. Oh, that didn't seem to work. It's too long. Okay, now the trains are too long. Let's try 103. Also too long. 94. Nope. Still too long. We were pretty close then with 70. And there we go. There's another explosion. Oh yeah, the last car is still here, so there's very little space left. Okay, but let's make this guest accessible. So let's go back to the 7 we had originally. And, you know, well, we'll still launch it, but at a bit more manageable speed. So let's say 46. The ride takes a bit less long, but is still functions normally after the first chain lift. Exploding coasters aren't guest acceptable. Well, actually, the guests will ride this, even if it explodes. Well, not after it explodes, because then it's in crashed mode. But the problem is that, well, it crashes and then it goes into crashed mode. So that's the reason why it doesn't work. The guests don't really mind it, because it breaks down. Okay, we got a guest queuing. Now we need some more. Come on, let's some more. Alright, I'll just spawn in some guests. Maybe we can get some more. Take a while before they're here. Okay, we got 2. Ah, the guests are also invisible. That's so unfortunate. I hope the guests will be visible, but they're also invisible. I don't know if that... Is the boat still here? No, the boat has already departed, but you can't see it. This is kind of weird though, following a non-existent train. We need a cheat that disables crash mode and automatically resets and opens the ride. They won't add a cheat for that, but you could do that with plugins. Probably. Okay, we got 17,000 guests at the moment. You've seen guests on invisible coasters before, why isn't it working here? I've used the wrong method, presumably. Oh, there we go. So, hang on. Yeah, the observation tower crashed. It was almosting very, like, it was almosting a lot, and then it almost hit a little too much, and then it crashed. And I expected that to happen at some point with a heavy load of guests, and some of you predicted that as well. And it happened. Like, now it crashes almost, so it's almosting a lot, and it almost hit too much. Surprisingly, this thing hasn't almost hit too much yet. You have such a way with words. I like to just use words in a way that they shouldn't be used. It's so much fun. I think we made quite a lot of money from that. Yeah, we charged for the end. We made 142k from all those guests, which is lovely. They all paid $10. You know what? Let's charge more for this. Let's change it to 50. So now when we spawn in a whole lot of guests, we make much more money. I mean, they're also all leaving. Kill them all. Now, what I can do... Haha! RIP headphone users, which I'm technically one myself. I'm using headphones, so it's not that bad actually. You forgot the coaster with go-karts train. Well, I never said I would do all suggestions, so, but I still had that one in mind. Let's throw some more guests. Hell yeah! Now that's clipping, distorting. That's nice. Oh, that sound at the end was lovely. So, do you guys, did you guys see that at about 9:27 in my video about, was my latest video still actually, the video about the beta stuff. I'll look at the development of Roller Coaster Tycoon. At around 9:27, a guest randomly exploded when he sat down on a bench. Or when he stood up, either of the two. And that was because I had used this cheat, but guests that aren't able to explode, either on a ride or they're sitting down on a bench, they can't explode, but they might, if they're one of the randomly selected guests, they will get the tag, you know, exploded. They will get selected to explode, but they will only explode once they actually can. So once they're on the path and walking again, either they go to the exit of the ride or they you know, stand up, then they will finally explode. Like, I just saw an explosion there. And if we keep watch here, we might see some more. Okay, there's a whole lot. Yeah, there we go. There's a few. There's another one. They might not always immediately explode. They might take a while. Yeah, see? Those came out and they took a while. Now, I think that's what happened as well. I don't think it had anything to do with the sitting down, actually. I think it was a guest that just came out of the ride, because I was filming on an exit path. Because I was filming that handyman, and I was filming on the exit path. Now, the reason it was exploding is there were way too many guests in the park for you to see what the handyman was doing, and that was important for the shot. So I just needed to get rid of a load of guests. Not all of the guests, because you need some guests to make the park, you know, look interesting and not dead, otherwise the shot is dead. So I used explode to thin out the number of guests. Now I waited a bit, but then I filmed the handyman, and by total coincidence, right at the end of the shot, a guest exploded. And I thought, well, that'll look funny. People will comment about that. It's good for the algorithm. People will like it. It's funny. So I kept it in. Yeah, guests are still exploding. You know, like these, like halfway here, they were already on it when I did the explode thing. And they'll keep exploding. Like, there we go. Some of those will explode. Probably. There you go. That's one. Just the one? Yeah, I think it's just the one. What the hell are these rides? These are perfect rides. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Ace1234. So yeah, sometimes I plan things out, but like that explosion was entirely random, and random things like that do happen sometimes in my videos, and then I just decide to keep them in, like amazing timings of certain rides and stuff like that. Sometimes it's entirely thought out, but sometimes it's not. Alright, we'll do the coaster with the go-kart track. Actually do the wooden coaster, because I think it'll look fairly nice on that. Anything we can do with the Giga Coaster. You can do a lot of fun things with the Giga Coaster, let me tell you. Oh yes. It's not always appropriate though. Let's go down. Like that. And that. It'll be a nice go-kart track. I went to the toilet, and from the toilet I suddenly heard BAM. I mean, that's sort of the definition of these kind of live streams. And that's why these live streams are fun, because just so much random stuff. It's just amazing. Alright, let's put go-karts on this. Oh my god. Go-karts, go-karts. There we go. Karts. Let's just treat it as a normal go-kart. Let's put it into race mode. There should be somewhere there. There we go. Number of laps. 5. Interestingly, there's a test mode now for the go-karts. Because it's technically a wooden coaster, but it won't go. Never mind, it will go. Well, they're empty. And they're go-karting. Could the go-karts go any faster? Yes. Yes, it can. It can definitely go faster. I love it when people ask things about these things and I've already built it. I did not expect these to go. Also, they apparently can't be on these big turns, so they're just teleporting past it. I didn't know that. So, can we see the driver thoughts? No, because there's no driver. So, you see, the guest isn't actually doing anything. You don't need the guest to operate. I mean, the game treats it as if you do. Because, you know, that makes it nice. And it doesn't make sense for empty go-karts to go. But that's not how the game treats it internally. Internally, it's fine without a driver. Because it's not really driving. It's just the game doing stuff. We've already lost all the guests. Oh right, because I exploded some. I actually had forgotten that. I wonder if any of them made it to the poepentroepen. The poop tower. 5,000 people have already used it. That's a lot. What if we charge 20 cents? Maybe we'll make some money from it. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I know something funny. I know something funny. They all need to go. Which means I can charge a lot more. Because they'll all pay at least 60. Because they all need to go a lot. I think that's how it works, right? With 60 they'll always pay. I think. If they need to go maximum, that's at least. And hang on. 1,000 are needing to go to the toilet. 722 guests are heading for the poop tower. 750. You know what? Even the ones who've just gone, now you need to go again. And again, and again, and again. More. I am so cruel. I'll give them a little more energy so they'll walk faster. This is so terrible. Quit feeding your guests with laxative. But I can't help it. It's so much fun. I expect it to be... Yeah, you can see that a lot of guests are walking towards the left and not a lot are walking towards the right. You can also see them all holding their crutches. Because they all need to go. You sent me something else quite cursed. Stinky Lake Park. Oh, what do we have? Didn't you make the... You made the P thing, right? Let me guess. This has another... Hang on. Over RST2. There's another color palette. But it makes the water brown. Poor guests. They're all climbing. They all need to go so badly. They all... Imagine that. You need to go to the toilet. Like, absolutely worst need in your life. And then you see the toilet and you need to climb like 180 meters or whatever it exactly is. 180 meters up. Which is like, I don't know, like 1,000 steps at least. Well, probably 1,000 steps that'll be. Just, that's insane. I would just, like, step off the path, pull down my pants and go. Because I wouldn't be climbing 1,000 steps just to go to the toilet when I already need to go really badly. I would just be like, well, the grass is my toilet now. Not even a lift to the top. Nope. This thing is making bank. Doing 3,000 guests per hour. And oops, you all need to go again. Ooh, what if we do this? Hang on. Okay, so I just spawned in a lot of guests. It's quite a few. You can see the lag. Oh! I love that. We're rich! And now, you all need to go to the toilet. They all need to go. All 21,000 guests. Ooh, look at that. They're all buying maps. To find the toilet. Like this thing will go to a lot of... Like to a lot of guests per hour soon. Currently it's at 14, 16. Yeah, because they're buying from 4 different locations on all 4 sides. Yeah, that's 16,000 guests per hour. But they're buying on all 4 sides. So it's instead of a line, it's a nice cloud of purchases. A cloud of profit. They'll all be going this way. They're they're all holding their crutches and going to the toilet. This is so... Why am I only clicking on guests going the other way? No, oh, there we go. Let's give them all maximum energy so that they're a little bit faster. This is so not okay. How am I doing? I'm having the time of my life here. Hang on, you're going the wrong way. This is not the way to the toilet. Oh my god, you can't find it. Oh. Observation tower crashed again. Let's make sure it crashes a little bit less often. Let's make it go 774. I should probably fix it. Alright, where's the front? Here's the front. Oh, this front going into the toilet. How many guests can we fit into the toilet? Infinitely. There's no limit. I can't make it higher up, Night the Dragon. I already went to the... Hang on, did it just crash again? I made it launch slower. I don't want to keep... You know what, I'll just launch it at 6. Can't be bothered to deal with it at the moment. No, that'll be fine. Have you heard of the concept the back rooms? Pretty sure RCT toilets lead there. Yeah, the back rooms is kind of like liminal space stuff, right? I like that. Liminal space is... It's kind of like the back rooms. It gives me a weird feeling that I can't quite place. There was once... I don't know if you, some of you may remember it. A while ago, like a few months ago. I think it was like November, December, something like that. I watched a half-hour long video on liminal spaces, like right before the live stream. And I was in a really strange mood. And I kind of showed you some liminal space as well. From Solar Sense. Yeah, that video. It's really good. And I was in a very strange mood. I didn't really want to live stream, but you know, I had to. It's my job. And the live stream was fine. It was a good live stream, but I was in a strange mood. Kind of carried over to the park floor. Kind of tried building a liminal park, which didn't really work, but it was still a fun park. I've used that park actually, in for a few shots and videos. But yeah, they're glitching here kind of, which is funny to watch. But yeah, it's kind of a weird feeling. It's part nostalgia. It's part... Well, I think I can explain the feeling to you all. You know when you were a kid and you went somewhere with your parents. And on the way back it was late at night. And you were on the highway and you were like sitting in the back of the car. And you were half falling asleep. It was like, I don't know, 11. It was properly dark. And you are half falling asleep and you're in the car and it's all very cozy. It's kind of that feeling. Guest counts trending downwards. Yes, some are leaving. But I think soon the big... Yeah, there we go. There's the big throng of guests. They're almost there. Then we'll get a lot of profit. I mean, it's already at 11,000 guests per hour, which is pretty good. But it'll go much, much, much higher. Will you check out the lake too? Yeah, in a minute. After we've done this. I've already done it in the, put it in the save files. There we go. There comes the load of guests. Now we'll make proper money. There we go. Now that's proper money making, isn't it? Yeah, they're all going into the toilet dimension. Yeah, liminal space about the border of reality between a dream and reality. Sort of. It was like... It's also some like an in-between space, kind of. It's really interesting, and it's one of the strangest feelings, probably, but it's a lovely feeling. Go watch Solar Sand's video on it. We're on 14,000 guests per hour now. 23,000. I think we'll go even higher. Yeah, the thing is making bank. Like, it's making like 20 bucks a second or something like that. And it's actually a ride income. The toilet is classified as a ride. For some reason. Can the toilet have techno music? No, it can't play music, unfortunately. 35,000 guests an hour. Imagine being in one toilet. Then there are 35,000 guests an hour using that toilet. Mr. Krabs' wet dream. Well, what about Squidward, who needs to clean the toilets? What will the water bill be like? Well, it doesn't really matter, because changing once doesn't cost 60 cents, right? I think it costs less, so they'll still make a profit on it. 42,000, 47,000. We're making bank. Although we made much more on the end. I mean, we made 939,000 euros on the entrance when I spawned in all those guests. Will we reach 50,000 though? Yes, we will. 52,000. Park rating is 0. What do you mean? This should make it go up. Does it though? Or do they all just want to go home? Hang on. Inspect park rating. Oh yeah, lost guests. There we go. Now it's up again. Yeah, hashtag stay hydrated. No, I didn't hate the park, they're lost. That was the problem. Lol, the wild mouse. Eventually some might... You see the difference is... Like, they're not equally spaced because some are heavier. Like, these guests are quite light, while the ones behind them, the green one, is comparatively heavy. Because they're closer to the one in front. Which means they go faster. Like, this is a big space in between them. Which means that these are quite heavy. Marcel's pro tips on how to fix park rating. Yeah, just use cheats. Works every time. This thing has already had 500 guests. It still works fine. Oh, they're go-karting on the wooden track. Honestly, this almost looks like it could work. I mean, the teleporting is a bit unrealistic, but other than that, it doesn't look too unrealistic. I didn't fat shame. I just said that fat guests go faster. Well, I say heavier. Alright, let's take a look at Max's park. Stinky Lake. There we go. That's pretty much exactly what I expected. Which park is this? Oh, this is Forest Frontiers. But the color of the grass is weird. Because you made that black. Like, the color of the grass is a bit darker than usual. But yeah, this is all very mature. And we got guests swimming in it. It's also raining, yeah. But still a bit different. Yes, the guests are swimming. There's a ride for that. And it's warning, Stinky. How do the guests swim? Custom ride. You can also make them ski. Yeah, because if I change to... Let's see. Object selection. If I change this to... normal. Which is... let's say orange water. The grass becomes a little bit brighter, I think. Oh, it's also stopping... it's going to stop the rain. Yeah. P also has the same effect of reducing some of the details in the grass. And yes, I have now a palette called P, a palette called Poo, and they're both from Max. I also have Snow Palette too, which is quite close to the original palette, or gloomy, and I have a lot of different palettes. I never really use them. People would just be confused if I used them in videos. Palette of the Dead. Oh, that just makes all the guests dead. I mean, they're all grey-faced. And it also replaces all the other colors wherever that same color is used. Like on the toilet, you can see it. It's all grayer. But let's get back to the viewer suggestions parks. And let's do another suggestion. Because why not? In the meantime, I'll look at a few graphs. Let's see. Excitement, still 1042 the highest. Intensity. Oh, we have a 15 intensity. Which is of course this ride. And a nausea. Also the same one, 11. Cursed dive coaster, inverted coaster with monorail trains. We already have a thing with monorail trains. Build a fried stall and name it Is Potato. I can do that. Giga coaster with swans. Now that's funny. I'll do that. Fry stall is potato. Is potato. So a giga coaster with swan trains. I think we can make them like multiple cars long as well. I'll definitely put some boosters in here. Alright, the guests seem to all be leaving. Which is fine. We don't need them. Screw them. Mr. Mouse's wild ride is broken down. Well then, fix it. I don't have 76 mechanics for nothing. Now you know what, let's actually try to make it good stats. So we're not going to go for the extreme laterals. Although I'm not sure how well this will work. Let's just see. Just change this to swans. There we go. Go for one train for now. Oh, I need that one. Oh, does that fit? It did, but now it certainly does. Oh, thank you for the follow. Retro1088 17 minutes ago. I think I missed you. Yeah, this is not going very fast. Oh, suddenly it does. Oh, and then they stop. They can't go up, apparently. Alright then. Oh, whoops, I'm deleting on the wrong side. What if we make that a fast chain lift though? Will they be able to go up if we make it a fast chain? Well, any chain lift will do, but, you know, fast is good. Ah, that goes too slow. Much better. Alright, screw good stats. Let's just see if this works. I like how they it seems like they do pretty much nothing. And then suddenly, kablam! They go. Now, does this work? Well, we do hear a chain lift. But it doesn't work. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. What if we make it only one swan? Maybe, like, because it's quite tall, it might be, like, in its own way. Like it's crashing into itself. That might be what's happening. So let's see. It's only reaching 56 kilometers per hour because extreme friction. Yes, that was what was happening, but look at how fast it slows down. Like, I have plenty of time to just build the track in front of it. This is just excruciating. This is slow speed that it goes up at. It's just horrible. But it does work. It does work. Absolutely. So, what if we... Hang on, can we make it launch like really fast? If we... No, hang on, this is wrong. If we combine a booster with a chain lift, does it get like the effect from both the booster and the chain lift? Although the booster only makes it up to 56 kilometers per hour. After that doesn't work anymore. We can go faster on the chain lift, by the way. Nah, it doesn't seem to go much faster than usual. Yeah, fast chains up, slow crawl down. That's a nice reverse of how things usually work, isn't it? Usually, it's the other way around. Unless you shoestring it. But I should learn to shoestring at some point, probably. Might open some doors into making some proper, you know, rides and projects and stuff. I know how to shoestring. I know how it works. But unless you've done it a lot, you don't have the feeling for it. And that works basically everything. You can know how something works, but you need to do it a bunch of times before you get a feeling for it and know what you can do and know the different things you can attempt and all that kind of good stuff. What is shoestring? Shoestringing is the act of splitting a train in twain and making one part of the train go in a different place, and by that you can make really interesting rides. I'll show you a shoestringed ride in a minute. A train in twain. Wasn't that lovely? A single coaster with dueling sections. Yes. So the idea is you have a train that's split in two, but they're still connected. Like they're still treated as one train. So if if part of the train goes down, then the other half will also speed up. Because they will always have the same speed, because they're one train. But the other half can speed up while it's going straight. But if one half goes up steeply, And the other half goes down only gently. It will slow down while going down. Actually, let me see if I can find a certain Reddit post on it. Because it's absolutely wonderful. Probably should be able to find it easily. It's probably near the top still. One of the most upvoted posts ever. It's been there for years. It looks like Schrodinger's coaster. You know what? I'll just search for it. Schrodinger. Here we go. Schrodinger's roller coaster. Does it still work? Can I see the video? I know you can't see it, by the way. I'm just checking to see if it works for me, and if it does, I'll switch. Show my browser, but it doesn't appear to be working though. Maybe I can download it. Maybe he provided the download. I mean, 6 years ago, so. He didn't seem to give a download. Well, that doesn't work. Alright, I'll show you one in game then. I won't build one because I don't know how to exactly properly do it. But I know where to find one. It's in Dirklink's what's it called? Class Action Park. Let's see. Does it start with Dirklink or does it start with Class Action Park? Okay, so it's not Dirklink, so maybe it's Class Action Mega Park. There we go. That's a lag spike and a half. So, this is by Dirklink. It's pretty good. Well, pretty damn good. So this ride is shoestringed. The merry-go-round. If we look through the ride and scenery, you can see it suddenly goes. Where does it go? Well, if we follow cabin 1, if we see through the path, you can see that there's another car going. And this car is the same train as this. And that's what makes that go. They're connected. And because that car is on some kind of booster track or whatever, doesn't really matter. Some kind of track that makes it go, the other parts will go as well. Because when that stops, these will stop too. And that's how you can use shoestringing to make custom rides. Yeah, it's basically like the car track is the belt driving the engine. That's entirely right. And you can do a lot of fun things with this. By the way, I can show you how to split the train quickly. Because I do know how that works. I've done it accidentally, but yeah, you can also do it on purpose. So what you do, for example, there are probably several ways to do it. But you do it like this. Then you build a turn like that. And you build that into that. And then you go like that. Hang on, let's make this also a small turn. Like that. And then you just need to have a long enough train. Let's make it 12 cars. Let's put this in boat hire mode. And you'll see that the second half of the train takes the turn. And now we have two halves. Well, 1 5/12 and another 7/12. And yeah, they won't crash. You can't crash in boat hire mode. But that's how it works. So now you have them separated. And you can do all kinds of stuff with it. But also, hang on. Yeah, if you... Like, for example, if you do this now... They'll become fully connected again. Which is interesting. Because look at this. Look at this. Now it's just a normal train again. Just like nothing happened. Well, the back is a bit weird. Oh, that's because this isn't long enough. That has nothing to do with the merge. Let's make it 10 trains, because then it'll be equally 10 cars. There we go. Okay. But what happens if we do it the other way around? Let's see, actually, because I'm not so sure. Because then they'll be in the wrong positions. So I think they'll just be two different trains following each other. Now this will never return to the station because of how I built it. Let's see what happens. Okay, now we got two halves. Oh, then it just bumps into itself and it can't continue. Okay, so that's what happens. But yeah, that, you know, that's what shoestringing is. I don't know why it's called shoestringing. Maybe because like one shoestring has two halves that you like make a knot from, and it's essentially one. Because one long thing that goes through your shoe. Like maybe it's that. It's probably that actually, now that I think about it. Alright, I'll build one more thing. And then it's time to end. What kind of suggestions do you guys have? What is the stats of the swan boat hire actually? Oh, they're not calculated yet. Probably because of the go-karts, which is blocking all the stat calculations. Yeah. Let's close it. That might make the stats calculate. I won't double close it, but I'll close it. There we go, now the stats are being calculated. The invisible splash boat, 6.60 excitement. A looping log flume. Infinite corkscrew coaster. Infinite corkscrew coasters are cool. I'll build an infinite corkscrew coasters. Corkscrew, corkscrew, corkscrew. I'll make the train really long and heavy. Hang on. Wait a minute. 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 What? I just accidentally clicked. I built this here, but I'm not building from it. Also, what's up, Raid? You joined at a really confused time. But welcome, Rupku and others. We're building a park with your suggestions. Well, suggestions of viewers, but you guys like cursed stuff, so we've been laughing a lot about stuff. We got some weird rides going on, like a very fast monorail. Just wait until it goes and you'll see the fastness of it. Guests, it should be almost full. Well, actually, there's a massive capacity of like 80 guests per car. There we go, it's full now, should be going any minute. There we go. Bam. And you know, we got an arc to dodge 'em. Oh yeah, rapid transit, which might be my favorite. Dick dick dick. Dick 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 dick. I love that. I absolutely love that. This is amazing. Yeah, there are a bunch of other fun rides. Like, there's this go-kart going 1,000 kilometers an hour. Nothing big. But I was just building the last ride of the stream, and the weird thing was, I had like this in my hand, or in my cursor, and I had it here, and I accidentally clicked, and then but then I wasn't building from it. Like, I had it in my hand again. Like, how did I do that? How did I manage to build a station piece, but then immediately, like, be detached from it? And be able to drag out the station piece and, you know, start building again. Which I didn't, because you came along, but that was confusing. And I don't know how that happened. Doesn't really matter though. Alright. Actually, might need some extra space. I'm gonna build that. And then, what we're gonna do, we're gonna... Oh yes, yes, we'll make this go nice and fast. So we'll just put chain lift on everything. Because then I can start making it go slower, then we can make it go faster over time if we want to. Should be fun. Alright, you know what, this is ugly. Let's make that a little bit shorter. There we go. Now, what this does... I think you would follow Horst 674. Okay. First, we needed to set it to full load. I'll make this 15 car longs. 15 cars long, I like that. And we'll set this to full load. Because I want guests to enjoy it fully. Building the bath. Hey Buster, how you doing? What's up? You joined us at a very cursed park. This is a very unnecessarily long queue line. It's not getting filled up. Boat hire mode. My favorite. Do coaster trains crash if you make like an X crossing? A train... I'm not sure if a train can crash into itself. I mean, it will stop, like we've just seen in the Shoestring ride, but I'm not sure if it will explode. It can definitely explode into another train. But yeah, we have a few cursed rides, like Rapid Transit, which is lovely. A very fastly launched Monorail, which you'll see in a second. Don't blink or you'll miss it. There we go, and it's already finished. We have a flying log flume. We have whatever the hell this is. Okay, let's spawn in a lot of guests, because I want a lot of guests to ride wooden roller corkscrew coaster 1. How many G's on the monorail? I don't think it records G's, so none. It doesn't record any G's, which is amazing. Alright, there are all the guests. You know what? I want more. There we go. That's plenty. They're all going through the arch to dodge him. That's a lovely sound. The tick rate is dropping. Oh, like the... What do you mean? Like the quality? Or did you mean like the lag or the quality of the stream on Twitch? Let's see, are there already... Yeah, there are already some guests in it. By the way, did you know... Dirklink made a video about it recently. Which is interesting. Guests actually do prefer the front and the last... the front and the back of the train. Like, there's a random chance for whatever car they'll pick. And there's a higher chance for front and back cars. Which is really interesting. Yeah, it's a wooden roller go-karts. With some teleporting stuff as well. You know, thrown in for good measure. You know, I'll force them to go on it. Just like that. Now you'll go on it, won't you? I'll make y'all super happy. And I'll make y'all not need to go to the poop tower. Now the S-bends are fine, it's the big turns. Like if you look at this S-bend, then it's fine. But it's the large turns that aren't fine. There we go, they're all going into Corkscrew Coaster 1. Well, not all of them, but enough of them anyway. The Poop Tower. Yes, if you follow this path, you get to the Poop Tower. And the Poop Tower has had 14,000 customers. It's made 5,000 in profit. Which is lovely. They're teleporting past the S-bend near the coaster's entrance. I think I saw them going on an S-bend earlier. Well, hang on, why isn't it going though? Like it's filled up, it should... No, it's not filled up. Why is it not filling up? Well, anyway. Let's watch this thing. I need to go a little bit faster chain lift. No, actually, slow is fine. Alright, there it goes. Now this will keep speeding up indefinitely. There's a chain lift on it. Now the chain lift is only at 14 kilometers per hour. But it will start gaining a lot of speed. Hang on. Hide. Show tile inspector. This is ride ID 46. Right set mass 46 999. Now it won't lose much speed through friction. You see, it's already gained a lot of speed. Alright, see you, Max. It's already going much faster than it went at first. And if I speed up a bit... Well, that looks kind of cursed. That looks very cursed. But right now, we're at 130 kilometers an hour. Like, how did it gain that speed? That's just not okay. But, you know, there's a little glitch in it, and I made a video on it. It's called Perpetual Motion Machines, a Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Google it, YouTube it. That'll give you a nice explanation. Well, I'll give you an explanation now as well. Basically, the calculation for the corkscrew is wrong. The game thinks that it goes down more than it actually does, so it gives too much energy. If you make this the other way go around, you lose more energy, because you go up more than the game thinks you go up more than you actually do. It's corkscrews that are screwed up. Also, steep slopes as well. You can do the same with, like, if you go down steeply and up vertically, or the other way around. You also gain speed. And yeah, one way you gain speed, the other way you lose extra speed. But the losing speed, you don't really notice as much, because you lose speed anyway. And the difference between losing a little bit of speed and losing a little bit more speed isn't easily noticed. But this was noticed when someone on Reddit had built a coaster and the last hill was taller than the first chainlift hill. And that it made the last hill for some reason. Like, that didn't make any sense. But they had a bunch of like these constructions where they went up with the half loop and down with the corkscrew. So you only gained the extra speed. And I actually figured out how it worked, because they posted on Reddit and they had no idea how it worked, and I didn't either, but I recreated the ride from the image, which was actually quite a pain, and because I was actually confident that I had it wrong and it wouldn't work, like there was some hidden stuff that I couldn't see that would make it work, but I was confident that my ride wouldn't make it. Then it did make it. So I started testing it a bit, and I found out where it went wrong, and then, you know, I spread the word. And I'm sure several people have done this, but I've done it over the past as well. Yeah, I made a popular video about it. It's a fun little mechanic. Ooh, I've reached 200 kilometers an hour. Does the ride have any stats? No, it blocks all stat calculations. Unless I close it, then it's fine. Just like this go-kart was blocking the stat calculations for a long time, until I closed it. Because it's on an infinite loop. And with blocking stat calculations, what I mean is that if you now build another ride, the stat, the 3 EIN stats, will not be calculated. Because it's stuck on this one. So, yeah, you can never have your stats again. It seems that 220 is roughly the max. But I think that's a good note to end on. I'm getting a little bit tired. Yeah, it's about 11 PM already. And I was up fairly early this morning. Let's see who we can raid. Oops, that's Twitch, no, that's Twitter, not Twitch. Okay, no one I follow is playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yes, I know I am playing it. Ooh, Roy the Dragon. I know him. Let's raid Roy. Oh. Hang on. What a perfect timing. I promise you this is a coincidence. I did not... What? So basically what happened is... It's just the end of March year... It's the end of October year 4. And purely by accident, the early scenario completion is off. And the reason it's off is because it was annoying me when I was recording earlier today for a video. And at exactly the end of October year 4, I decided to end this live stream. Well, that's a very good note to end on. So I'll save it. And then we'll go raid Roy. Give him your love and all the good stuff. If you want to. If you don't want to, then just leave. You know, if you've got all the stuff to do. But you know, if you have time, see what he's about. He's pretty good. He's a nice guy. And we'll see you in the next live stream. Have a good night. Oh, and I hope you enjoyed the video tomorrow. Bye bye.